Tomorrow, Tunnel to Towers is hosting its 10th annual tower climb at One World Trade Center, honoring our nation's fallen heroes nearly 25 years after 9/11. Among those making the climb is our very own Benjamin Hall, joined by the doctor he credits with saving his life. Dr. Joe Alderete was the surgeon who treated Ben in the middle of the night after he's critically wounded in Ukraine. Dr. Alderete also led Ben's rehabilitation, and they both join us now this morning. This is my favorite story of the morning. I'm so glad to have both of you here. Start with you, Ben. Tell us, first of all, how many steps is it to the top of One World Trade Center?
I believe it's just over 2,000. Yeah, 107 stories, so it's quite a distance.
And so you'll do the whole thing? You'll climb the whole thing?
Absolutely. Look, we're climbing it for a remarkable reason. We're climbing it to raise money for the families of Gold Star families and people who have lost their lives serving this country and protecting people. And if I have to crawl to get to the very top, I will crawl to get to the top because, we need to show that we're there alongside all these people.
That says so much about the importance of this, but also says so much about you, Benjamin. So, Dr. Alderete, when going back to that night, when you're in San Antonio at Brooke Medical Center, and a very broken Benjamin comes in on a C-17, when you first looked at him, did you imagine that years later you would be climbing to the top of One World Trade Center with him?
I'd like to believe that we do with everyone we see kind of across that bedside. But Ben had a different look in his eyes that really told Colonel Jennifer Gurney and I, fellow trauma surgeon, that, this is somebody who's not going to be broken. So it doesn't surprise me that we're here today.
How important is that for staff like that at the hospital to, because I can only imagine how there's so much grief and there's so much hopelessness that you see. And I would think that a story like this has to be something that inspires people.
It's tremendous. I mean, hope is everything on the side of tumor, trauma, difficulties with medical processes. Everybody swirls into why is me? But this resilience and resoluteness is unbelievable.
Yeah. Benjamin, so over 2,000 steps. How long will it take?
Well, I'd like to think I could do it in an hour. I'd like to think I could do it in 20 minutes, but no, it's far more likely to be in an hour.
If anybody could, it would be you.
But look, you talk about resilience, and first of all, I've got to say that it's not just me, it's the people around you. And when he approached my bed in the middle of the night, I was on the C-17 on a gurney, and he looks at you, and the doctors and the physios and the nurses are surrounding you. They give you that hope. They give you that resilience. It's a teamwork together. And I suppose the other thing is, if I can climb to the top of the skyscraper on prosthetic legs, then maybe that sends a message to anyone else who's gone through something difficult. It doesn't matter if you've been knocked down. It doesn't matter if you've been hurt. You pick yourself up and you can keep climbing. You can get to the highest skyscraper in the world. And so, look, we're sending that message tomorrow, and it's such a great cause. It's because of the community that we're going to be with. And I just think that if you've got a moment to donate to it as well, please do. These are incredible, incredible families. And I suppose the last thing that I'd like to say is I got home. I went home to my family. They helped me get home. And so my injuries don't matter. It doesn't matter how injured I was. I got back to my family. But these people did not. These family people did not. And I can only imagine what it would be like for my family if I didn't come home. And so we're raising money for the families of those who did not come home. And so we should all be part of their growing family now. And if you can, get online at Benjamin Hall FNC and help raise money for this incredible cause.
God bless you both. And it's a reminder that most of the great things that we accomplish in this world are things that we do for other people.
Absolutely.
Dr. Alderete, Benjamin, as always.
Sure.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.